Just do it. Make your dreams come true.
So in this video, I'm going to share with you 3 things that you can do to resolve conflict in an argument, maybe a situation, a hardship, and trying to get through it, but you can't seem to get through it. And you can use this in a bunch of different situations, but one of the main places that you're going to find this is very useful is in romantic relationships. One of my ex-coaches, he told me he's been married for 15 plus years and he hardly has any arguments. He said he has 1 argument a year, if that. You know, he doesn't argue with his wife. And it made me curious on how are you able to have that much of a successful relationship. He said they have disagreements, but they never argue, they never raise their voices or anything like that. And I don't know if you know this, but when you shout at someone, you actually activate the same parts of the brain as being physically abused. So actually raising your voice and shouting at someone and arguing is not good. You know, it's not good for the brain, it's not good for your system. You're gonna get into the fight or flight. When you're in fight or flight, it's just gonna lead to more arguing. And what we don't want to do is have 2 egos battling against each other. We don't want to have the reptilian brain fighting and in survival mode. That's not going to make the relationship work, and so it's only going to cause more drama. It's going to cause more resentment. It's going to cause more pain, and you're hurting each other. Okay, and so here's how you do it. Okay, number 1. The first thing that you have to do, and both parties have to do, is become conscious of their emotions. If you're not conscious of your emotions, this will not work, okay? You have to become conscious of your emotions. Now, sometimes there's a relationship where one person is more conscious than the other and vice versa, or maybe you're both conscious and that person's in a mood, or they're in fight or flight and you need to bring them back into their emotional state. But basically, people or the situation requires consciousness. So that's the first thing. Again, this has to be done, okay? And the second thing that has to happen is that you need to only share emotions and feelings, not opinions and conditioning, okay? Only share emotions and feelings, not opinions and conditioning, okay? Because if you're sharing opinions and conditioning, that's based on your past and your exes and your past relationships and and sometimes your opinions and your conditioning actually activates that person even more and makes them even more upset, even more, because now you're judging or you're placing blame or whatever it is, right? In this whole relationship dynamic, in this argument or discussion or whatever it is, opinions need to be put aside. Meaning, you need to be conscious of your opinion. You need to be conscious of you going into your opinion. You need to be conscious of the way that you're operating. Otherwise, it's just going to go downhill. All right? So why must you only share your feelings? Because when you only share your feelings, you're not making it about them. When you're sharing your conditioning and your opinion, you're making it about them and what they did wrong. That's only going to activate a defense mechanism within them, and then they want to argue back. But you did this, but you did that, but you did this, right? That's what happens. And we all know this, and we're all very familiar with this. However, if you share emotion and you share how you feel, now the person is like, oh, it's about her, it's about what she's feeling, right? Or what he's feeling, right? And so that is the second thing. That is literally it. You need to only share feelings. Both parties need to be sharing feelings. The next step is to only ask why, okay? Only ask, why are you feeling that way? Why do you feel that way? Where is it coming from? What exactly did I do? What exactly did I say? And why did that hurt you? Okay, ask why. That's it. You just ask why, and you have to have that sense of understanding and love and compassion, that even if what they're feeling is irrational and you don't agree with it, they are hurt. And it's not to say, you shouldn't say things like, you shouldn't feel like that. Oh, don't feel like that. No, you acknowledge their feelings and you let them know, hey, it's okay to feel what you're feeling. I'm sorry that I made you feel that way. And you take all your ego out of the equation. Again, you've got to be conscious and understand people have feelings, people have relativity, on what feels bad and what feels good. What they're feeling in their world is supposed to be felt. And so you need to acknowledge that person is feeling what they're feeling, and they're allowed to feel that way. Even if you feel you've done nothing wrong, you have to put your ego aside and apologize and say sorry that I made you feel that way. I don't want you to feel that way. I want you to feel good around me. I want you to feel like this around. I want you to be happy. I want you to feel sexy. I want you to feel powerful and great and happy and joyous. And you share those things, you know. Now they're like, wow, you're acknowledging me. People want to feel validated. People want to feel significant. People want to feel important. And when you make them feel important, now their defenses go down. Now their feelings feel valid. Now the feeling starts to go away within them, right? However, if you share your opinion and your conditioning, now you're not making it about them. You're making it about you and what you think is right and what you think is wrong. There is no right and wrong when it comes to a relationship dynamic. You know, one person's feeling something, the other person's feeling something else. All right. And the key is to ask why they are feeling that way. So you know the root cause, or you know why they're feeling the way that they feel, even if you think it's irrational, even if you think it's stupid or silly or whatever it is. You have to be loving and compassionate enough to see that the person is a human being and they have their own feelings, their own conditioning, their own past, or whatever it is. And the funny thing is, right, if you're a conscious person, you will see that your feelings are irrational, or I shouldn't have felt that way, or whatever it is. And maybe you can apologize too, you know? And once you got to that point, maybe you can share your opinion, but the whole point is for the person who felt bad in the first place is to reflect on themselves, because usually it's because of past conditioning. Usually it's because of their history, their past, and why they feel that way in the first place. And they have to analyze within themselves or introspect within themselves on healing that for themselves. I mean, if you are someone who's well aware and you're able to coach people through it, you can do that too. But you're not trying to place your opinion or your conditioning on someone else. Allow them to go through the process of finding out why they feel that way by asking why, and holding space for them until we get to the point that they feel seen and heard. And then from there, you can move on from it. And it's very simple. It's very, very powerful, these 3 steps that I shared with you, and it will literally change your life, right? Number 1 is both people need to be aware, or at least one of you need to be aware. Secondly, you should only share emotions and feelings, not opinions and conditioning. And lastly, you need to ask why they are feeling that way. You know, I want to be here for you. I'm sorry you're feeling this way. Tell me more about it. I want to know what I did and why it's hurt you. Now you know. And one of the things that will seal the deal, a little bonus tip here, is say, I'll do my best to never repeat that again. I'll do my best to never make you feel like that again. I'll do my best to not, right? That is a true apology. You know, some people say sorry, but repeat the behavior over and over and over again. A true sorry is when, hey, like I acted out of character. You know, this is not who I am. I'm working on becoming better. I'm going to do something about this, and I'll do my best to never make this happen again. Well, maybe not never, but like I'll do my best not to make this happen again. All right. So if you like this video, I like coaching people and helping people in my alchemy program. And right now I'm offering a free energy reading and a manifestation diagnosis session. And you can go to alchemyenergyreading.com. You see the link in the description or on the screen right now. Head on over to get your free energy reading to find out where you resonate at on the vibrational chart. I've got tons of testimonials. I transform people's lives really powerfully, and I change people's lives. So I'm excited to help you and support you on your journey. So check out the website. I hope you enjoyed this video. Speak to you soon. Much love. Peace.